but this will probably sort out the favourite, at least from the Tasmanian point of view, for the big race, the Gold Sovereign, in a little over a fortnight from today. Now, the line is taking good shape over at the 1200. We've been very lucky so far with the weather, a few spits of rain. It's been cloudy and overcast ever since I got here earlier this morning, but fingers crossed it does hold off and we don't get any rain throughout the day. Now, the line is taking good shape here. Feature 2-year-old event of the day, the local independent liquor stores Elwick 2-year-old, a listed event. Rider of Good Nick is dismounted, the horse being led up to the barrier stalls. Bianchi about to come up. Albazino, Confabulator, Venus A Go-Go still out of line. And there's another one out behind the line too, that's Storm Raj. Race over 1,200 metres. We're on a good track. Penetrometer of 3.34. Previous went to Rahiri, who finished off very quickly to get up and beat the favourite Trust Fund. And third placing going to Star Jeune. That was race 3. This is race number 4. And Confabulator, who incidentally races in the same colours as Rahiri, is going to be the second last to move up. Out of the same mare, Unimar, who was a very good racing filly herself and starting to make her mark here at stud. Unimar with the likes of Confabulator and Rahiri. They're all in. Set to go. Ready to run at the 1200. Some very good 2-year-olds to contest this event. There's the light and they're racing. High Claire missed the start and Lilac Sky was slow to begin, as was Sona Dream. Bulbasaur was the first one to hit the ground, as going to lead Alluvian, and Fracas running up into third spot, then Good Nick. Bianchi caught a bit wide with Venus A Go-Go. Lady Quest along the inside rail, Wonder Storm Raj, who just galloped on heels and had to ease behind the leading pack. Albazino is next from Confabulator. Our Archie Boy the inside, 2 lengths to High Claire, 2 to Sona Dream and 2 to Lilac Sky, who's last. About 700 metres left to travel, and Venus A Go-Go has gone to the front now and leads by a length. Alluvian into second spot on the outside of Bulbasaur, and then Fracas with Good Nick out wide and Lady Quest the inside. Next is Bianchi being hard ridden up to the home turn from Albazino, Storm Raj, our Archie Boy, Confabulator. High Claire a long way back with Lilac Sky and Sona Dream. Around the home turn, it's Venus A Go-Go in front. In second spot in the red colours is Bulbasaur. Lady Quest trying for a run up on the inside. Here's Alluvian and Fracas starting to finish off. It's Venus A Go-Go in front with 100 metres left to go. Venus A Go-Go, here's Fracas finishing quickly the outside. Venus A Go-Go tackled by Fracas. Venus A Go-Go, Fracas got it! Right on the peg, Fracas got up to win from Venus A Go-Go. Lady Quest, Confabulator and High Claire rattled home. They were followed in by, at the head of the rest, Alluvian, then Bianchi. Lilac Sky made up a bit of ground with Good Nick and then Bulbasaur. Further away in the field, our Archie Boy, and then Storm Raj, well back Albazino, Sonar Dream.
Fracas, $3.80, $1.50. She certainly won. 11 Venus A Go-Go, $2.80. 13 Lady Quest, $3.50. So you really have to give a little bit extra to the outside horses in some of those photos at Hobart. It's won clearly, as did 1 or 2 earlier today there at Hobart. But 9, 11... $8.50, 9.10 Spring Warrior, and Shardeer is at $9.90. He's quite an amazing horse, Royal Rambo. He's had 48 starts and he's won 25 races. 9 of those wins have been there at Hobart. He's to be ridden by Kelvin Sanderson in the next. Here's Kelvin talking to Andrew.
Well, Kelvin, it must be pretty special to jump on a veteran galloper of class like Royal Rambo.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, he's a top little horse and he gives his all every time he goes around.
What about today then? You're up there 58, probably 59 with a vest, a wide barrier. How do you expect his hopes to be?
I think, you know, he's still got to be a good chance. You know, I would have liked to have drawn in a little bit more. 58, 59 kilos, you know, that's his weight. He's better than going around in open handicaps of, you know, 64 kilos. You know, I think he's really in there with a good chance.
He, I guess, has just got that following down here, hasn't he?
He certainly has. I think everybody over here loves him. You know, love to see him win. He's been a good, honest horse.
Lord Baracus trying to win the Cup again for you as well?
Yeah, it's that's a good ride to pick up. Gary White's seemed to say that he has him A-OK, so all we need now is a bit of luck.
Good luck to you, Kelvin. Trying to extend a double so far already today.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Kelvin Sanderson, and I think he rode the last winner on Saturday, didn't you? Did you ride the last winner on Saturday? No, he didn't. I've had a long weekend and a big one down in Tassie, but he's got this one coming up in this race, and then Lord Baracus in the AB Hobart Cup.
All right, Andrew, thanks. And they're heading off to the gates there at Hobart. Royal Rambo 2 starts back, carried 66.5 kilos at Launceston. He ran 4th on that occasion. He had a good let up after that and resumed at Hobart about 2 weeks ago over 1200 and ran 2nd. Wait for it.
And they all appear to be locked away now. Ready to go at the 1400. There's the light. All clear from behind, and off they go to a perfect start. All Sandor, Zero Drama's lost the rider. Shortly after the start, Noel Kello's come off. Zero Drama, it's down and out. So a sensational start there with Zero Drama out of business. The riderless horse has gone to the front of the pack. Hopefully it'll get out of the way, and it's interfering with All Sand. Wants to run it off the track in the early stages. Spring Warrior's gone into 2nd spot, and Boy Blue over on the inside, and Royal Rambo into a handy posse as well. Then Can't Say, Noble Sensation further back to Barros. Subordination next, then Mustang Maypole, Chardier, Father Floyd, Bedivere second last, and Grey Wolf is last of all. The riderless one trying to get out of their way. It wants to get off the track now, wants to come back down to the rails, and the rider of All Sand having a real hell of a time at the moment, Kenny Moore, and it's All Sand leading up toward the home turn, 500 left to travel. Royal Rambo slides into 2nd spot, Boy Blue getting a crack with the Whippers 3rd, Spring Warrior next, followed by Can't Say. Here's Chardier around the field, and further back behind them came Noble Sensation, and then Barros as they straighten up. Royal Rambo goes up now to take the lead, trying to get a run up on the inside as Boy Blue looked like it contacted the running rail. Chardier and Vedivere starting to finish off. It's Royal Rambo in front, Noble Sensation and Chardier. Royal Rambo, Noble Sensation, Chardier out wide. Noble Sensation has won it. Noble Sensation's beaten Royal Rambo and Chardier in an incident-packed event. Grey Wolf was next across the line from Vedivere.
First turn is going up now, 3 deep on the trade. It's the 2nd quarter. They're going hard a long way from home here, where Bunty Sergio being headed by Rani Rose, who's
Hobart Cup Group 3 over 2400. That's where they'll be starting from, up at the top of the home straight. And the full call, St Andrews 16, 8.10 for IMAX, but much shorter interstate, 14 for Soviet Draw, 15 Astrolont, 660 Bro Rama Star, Blazing Steel 63, 790 Lord Baracus, and 15 for Gold God. Flying Swallow 25, 26, 75 Bundalugwa, 640 Wobbly, 12 Fanta's Revenge, 36 Dare to Quit, 30 Us and Macca, and Nunkeri Karika at $56. Repeat performance is in the market, $8.70, and Sunset Clause $67. Looks like they've just had the national anthem there at Hobart, so they're ready for the Cup, and it's coming up in about 5 minutes' time. And we're about to head to Hobart, where Andrew Bensley has managed to track down the Cup's king, Bart Cummings, and get his thoughts on the Cup.
Great pleasure to catch up on Amy Hobart Cup Day just before the Cup with the Cup's king himself, Bart Cummings. Welcome to Tassie again.
It's nice to be here. It's about 27 years I've been to Hobart.
Yes. Frontier Boy won the Cup for you a few years ago. You were hoping to get one down, but I guess your group at the moment are promising 3-year-olds. They're just starting to come through the ranks a bit.
That's right. I haven't got one suitable, but next year maybe I will. So you never know.
Great atmosphere down here. You've been out in the Amy tent, enjoying it?
Well, the good sponsors of racing throughout Australia, from Stradbroke to the Victorian Derby down in Tasmania, and even in South Australia. So it's nice to see them got a good day, and they're putting on a good show.
Now, I saw you on the telly here, the local telly last night, talking about the Cup. Have you got a fancy, or have you been told anything in the race this year?
I've got 8 tips so far. It's a very open race. The last one I got is Wobbly. They say that's as good as the rest of them.
Greg Childs takes the ride. Good to see you, Bart. Euston off. We'll see the horse on Sunday?
Yes, I'll be there on Sunday, and he'll have a good chance.
That's good. Look forward to it. Thanks, mate.
Good on you.
Bart Cummings joining us, the Cup's king. He goes off. He's not unsure about the Cup, but maybe Wobbly, something each way here for Greg Childs.
Okay, Andrew, thanks. Wobbly 640, 610, 810 is the price across the board. And let's return straight to Hobart, this time for the late mail on the Cup.
Thanks very much there, Matt. Big one of the day, the Amy Hobart Cup. Having a look at the crowd, gee, they've all come out. They're keen to see the race of 2002, Peter Staples.
They certainly have, Andrew. They've come out in hordes now. Probably in the last hour, the crowd's built up by a couple of thousand, so they're probably coming out to look at the 2 big races, the Thomas Lyons and, of course, the Hobart Cup. And what a great field they've got for the race. It's sensational.
No, we're speaking to many of the contestants, the jockeys and the trainers into our coverage. Which one are you putting on top?
I've got to go for Lord Baracus, Andrew. I've liked the horse ever since he won last start. He turned out a treat. He looked brilliant in the yard. Mind, you could probably select 8 or 9 and still miss the winner. It's just such an open cup. Yep. But I do like Lord Baracus. Barama Star, last year's winner. He's flighty in the mounting yard. He's right up on his toes and he's ready to peak at the right time. Yep. Number 12, Fanta's Revenge. Lightly raced, a very promising 4-year-old, and he's going to run a huge race with Craig Newwood aboard. And of the interstate horses, IMAX, I think, is probably the pick. And he's drawn ideally, and of course with Michael Moroney training, Kieran McAvoy, the Melbourne Cup winning combination with Brew. He'll be hard to beat, but boy, I like Lord Baracus.
All right, yeah, Lord Baracus won the race 2 years ago. Gary White's won the race a couple of times and runner-up last year. You're trying him to do it again.
Well, I think they can run the Cornella again and reverse the result.
Yeah, Barama Star won it again. Good luck to you, Pete. Get into that vantage point.
Righto, mate.
Peter Staples joining us with his thoughts prior to the Amy Hobart Cup. Massive pool building up here, Matt. Great atmosphere, public holiday here, and they've all swarmed out in the last half an hour. Jockeys were introduced to the crowd. They're now down at the barrier, which is at the top of the straight, and everything is in readiness for this year's 2002 Amy Hobart Cup. We'll try and catch up with the winning trainer and jockey after the race for you.
All right, Andrew, thank you. And about 2.5 minutes punters to get your bets on for the Hobart Cup. It's a difficult race to find a tip in, Wayne, because there's a few horses have come down from the mainland, Victorians, even the odd South Australian. Add that to the locals, and there's a few smart locals in it. Just a bit hard to weigh all those factors up, isn't it?
Looks to be a stack of chances there, Matt. The favourite is Wobbly. That's one of the locals down there, and it's got Greg Charles to ride, which is probably what's brought in a bit. And lightweightness back. I thought it was probably one of the better weighted of the locals. I thought one of the big odds was Soviet Draw. Danny Nicholas down there to ride today. Now, he went on Soviet Draw last start at Moonee Valley, and it was quite a good win too. I know he's got an awkward draw there today, but Ray Lawson's a very, very good trainer. He did ride the second favourite, number 5, Barama Star, the Charlie Goggin trade runner, at its last start win too. So he would have obviously had the choice there. So why the other horse is such a big price, I don't know. I just saw it going down the parade. It looked quite good, Soviet Draw. I think number 17, Repeat Performance. She's a pretty smart mare. On pace runner too, which I think is a big advantage. I think young Aaron Spiteri going to be able to put her into a nice spot there from a mid barrier, go forward and look pretty hard to beat some, because the form's been pretty good. Of the locals down there, I suppose number 8, Gold God, was another one with a bit of a chance of drawing a wide alley, but a very, very open affair. But for me, a bit of odds. I thought number 3, Soviet Draw, had a bit of a chance.
Soviet Draw, $13 at the moment on the Super Tab, and they are moving in very quickly for the Hobart Cup. The big races so far, the Lyon Stakes, which was the previous at Weight for Age, was won by Noble Sensation, number 7, ridden by T. McAllister. And the other good race there, the listed Elwick Stakes for the 2-year-olds, was taken out by Fracker, ridden by Kelvin Sanderson. Close to a start in the Cup, here's Cole.
Blazing Steel moves up. About 4 or 5 to move into line. At the 2,400 metres for the Amy Hobart Cup. There's one coming up riderless. About 4 out of line. Moving in well. Wobbly stands up well. It looks a treat, Wobbly. Gee, it looked well on the way to the start. Greg Childs to ride. Bundalagua still out of line with Soviet Draw, last start Moonee Valley winner. Soviet Draw raced by the chairman of the club here, the TRC, Jeff Harper, and his wife Jan. We wish them well. No doubt a nerve-wracking time for Jeff and Jan. Jeff with his official duties and having one of the top fancies in the Cup as well. Bundalagua, the grey, will probably race forward along with Repeat Performance. And they're just about right. Soviet Draw will be the last. Now, Soviet Draw will be the last to come up, and they'll be set to go for the Amy Hobart Cup of 2002. All in. They're racing in the Cup. Starter caught them in a nice line too, and down on the inside, IMAX was one of the first out with Flying Swallow. Bundalagua heading up toward the front, and Wobbly is prominent with Repeat Performance. Astrolante coming across. Soviet Draw from its wide alley. Dare to Quit both caught a bit wide as they come down the straight the first time. Fanta's Revenge is tucked away on the inside from Us and Macca, Lord Baracus. IMAX has drifted back with Sunset Clause, Barama Star, St Andrews. Gold Godden, Blazing Steel is last. Repeat Repeat Performance is going to take the lead as they race out of the straight in the Hobart Cup. Repeat Performance in front of Bundalagua. Soviet Draw is running third and Flying Swallow fourth, then Wobbly the outside. Astrolante 3 horses wide and 1 to none. Kerry Karika. Fanta's Revenge tucked away on the inside. Dear to Quit caught deep around Lord Baraka's IMAX. 1 to Arsene Macca, then Bro Rama Star between horses. Gold God the inside and Sunset Clause a bit wider. 1.5 second last is St Andrews, and 2 lengths away Blazing Steel is last. They swing by the 1400 metres mark, and Repeat Performance a length in front. Soviet Draw is second, Bundalagua third. A half length away Astrolante out wide, and Wobbly getting the run of the race fifth. Back on the inside Flying Swallow from none. Kerry Karika, then Dear to Quit. Next is Fanta's Revenge, followed by IMAX. Lord Baraka's about 10 lengths from the lead. Arsene Macca wider on the track, and 2 lengths further away came Sunset Clause, Bro Rama Star and Gold God, then St Andrews second last, and Blazing Steel is still last of all. 800 metres left to run in the Cup, and the leader is Repeat Performance, a long neck in front from Astrolante, who goes to second. Bundalagua third, and then on the outside Soviet Draw. Wobbly being called upon to improve. It goes up on the outside. Fanta's Revenge away from the rails, then none. Kerry Karika, followed by Flying Swallow. Dear to Quit's been wide throughout. Further back in the field, then IMAX off the fence. Gold God getting through along the inside. Lord Baraka's urged forward as they come to the turn from Arsene Macca, and St Andrews, Bro Rama Star well back in a packing field. Wobbly dash to the front of the top of the straight from Soviet Draw. IMAX is starting to run on. Repeat Performance on the inside here. St Andrews, and down the outside it's making ground quickly. Wobbly, IMAX, St Andrews. St Andrews goes to IMAX. St Andrews and IMAX stride for stride, and St Andrews wins the Cup. St Andrews first, IMAX second. Lord Baraka's has run third. Bro Rama Star and Sunset Clause in a photo for fourth. Then Arsene Macca. Wobbly didn't stay the trip. Fanta's Revenge from Bundalagua. Next to finish then Flying Swallow, followed by none. Kerry Karika. Repeat Performance, Gold God. Well back Blazing Steel, Soviet Draw, and Astrolante last. Number 1, St Andrews, ridden by Stephen Maskiel. $17.70 and $5. 2 IMAX, $2.90. 7 Lord Baraka's, $3.10. The numbers are 1, 2 and 7. Coming from second last, a wonderful performance with 56.5 kilos.
It was an excellent performance by St Andrews. I thought IMAX had it for a moment there, Wayne. He picked up the pace and looked like he hit the front, but St Andrews has grabbed him in the last little bit.
Good effort, because IMAX did draw the inside barrier, Matt, so you can imagine he's probably had a sweeter run through the race. But St Andrews, well, we heard an interview with Stephen Maskill before, and he was complaining he hadn't ridden a winner for a little while, and he's come out and won the main race of the day, the Cup, so well done.
Do you know, the only time I've been to Tasmania was for the Launceston Cup 2 years ago, and St Andrews won it.
Oh, really?
So he's won the Launceston Cup in the year 2000, and 2 years later he picks up the Hobart Cup.
Well, he did beat the favourite Wobbly 3 starts ago too, so he's mixed his form a little bit since. I just noticed he had a vet examination when running, a bit disappointing last start as favourite, but obviously he had something wrong with him on that occasion, and he's to the fore today.
He sure is. He's recorded a new track record. That's how good his run's been. 2:27.6 will stand as a new track record for the 2400 metres there at Hobart. He won that 2000 Launceston Cup, as I mentioned, and then he ran second in the Launceston Cup last year. Behind Full of Rhythm. So a very, very honest horse in these big Tasmanian Cups. 1-2-7, you can never leave him out.
Funny though, Matt, he's had 15 starts on the track there and only won the one time before today, so he's had 16 starts there for 2 wins today, so his strike rate's got a little bit better, but he has always run well there on the course, but just hasn't won there too often.
He's better over at Launceston, I think. You really find something over there. Queen Bian race 4 in 4, 18 for Bemboka Blue.